What options do contingency fee attorneys have to defer taxes on the attorney fees that they receive as we head towards the end of the year? Hi, I'm John Darrah, and today we'll be talking settlement, discussing some of those options. Many personal injury attorneys are familiar with structured attorney fees, an annuity-based product solution. However, there are other solutions available as well. One of them is called deferred compensation. That is something that is familiar to many executives in corporate America. Many of the Fortune 500 have executive deferred compensation plans. Recently, product providers, solution providers have come up with an adaptation of deferred compensation for personal injury lawyers. Recently, I caught up with Leif Lundberg, the chief executive of Jurisprudent, one of such solution providers that we work with. So Leif, tell us, what is attorney fee deferred compensation?
Well, attorney fee deferred compensation is when a lawyer defers fees as part of a settlement or a verdict in return for a future payment instead of taking an immediate payment.
Is this something that is a common type of thing, such as with, with corporations?
It is. Deferred compensation has been around for many, many decades, and attorney fee deferrals are really the same thing as executive comp, where corporate executives would defer their salary, their bonuses, that would then be paid in the future. And from a tax perspective, there's no material difference between an attorney fee deferral and a corporate executive deferred comp plan.
How long have companies been using deferred compensation arrangements?
It's been many, many decades, much longer than fee deferrals have been around. I think fee deferrals started probably in the early 90s.
So would you say that most of the Fortune 500 have some type of fee arrangement?
Yeah, they do. I think all of them have tax-deferred comp for their corporate executives, and it's really a means to retain and attract these key employees. And the way deferred comp works is really you're deferring income for services that you provided to the corporation. In the context of a fee deferral, you as a lawyer have performed services for your client, and so you have a right to a certain percentage of whatever the client is receiving. It's really the same thing.
When it comes down to using attorney fee deferred comp, are there any minimums or maximums?
No, there is no maximum, because with any tax deferred comp for corporate executives, any non-qualified deferred comp, there is no limit how much you can defer, like there would be in a 401k or an IRA. We generally work with fees that are 100,000 up, but we don't really have a minimum. It depends on the law firm that we are working with and their how qualified they are.
So Leif, most attorneys are familiar with traditional structured attorney fees. That is a type of deferred comp with annuities.
Mm-hmm.
How does attorney fee deferred comp compare to structured attorney fees? What are the significant differences?
Well, it differs in three ways. First, instead of tying the returns to an annuity, you can tie the returns to a customized investment portfolio, and that way you have the potential of making more money. And it really works the same way as a 401k or an IRA, where the growth is compounding every year because you're not taxed on the growth. And so that's one of the benefits. The other benefit is you can use it to retain your very best employees. So if you have associates in your firm that you're dependent on and you want them to stick around, you can use deferred fees to fund a deferred bonus plan. And that way you mitigate the risk of that key associate or the associates of leaving the firm and taking cases with them and so on. So that's another benefit of our program.
And are there any type of liquidity features?
Yes, so while you can't use deferred comp as collateral for loans, we do underwrite separately loans to our lawyer clients that qualify, and that's a way for them to get liquidity when they need it, and we offer pretty competitive rates on our loan program, and it's very popular among trial lawyers.
Leif, many lawyers are familiar with traditional structured attorney fees, and some may be familiar with perhaps other attorney fee programs that have variable returns.
Right.
What can you tell me about the institutional framework and what type of security is involved with your program? Yeah,
so when we created this program, we wanted to create the best market-leading program that would be out there, and so we've partnered with the very best in the business. Bank of New York Mellon is the world's largest trustee custodian, and they're the trustee and custodian for our program. The Newport Group administers all the deferral accounts for the lawyer, giving them unmatched transparency into their deferral accounts. And the Newport Group is the country's largest administrator of tax-deferred comp for Fortune 500 CEOs. How much deferred comp does Newport Group administer? I think it's around 150 billion that they have under management. So if I'm an attorney and I want to get information about my deferred comp program that has this variable return, how often can I access that information? 24/7. It's the same online platform that a majority of Fortune 500 executives use. So it's a very, very impressive system. They also have, access to calling the folks at the Newport that can help them with their accounts and any withdrawals they wish to make and that sort of thing. Who helps the attorneys make their investment allocations? So it's really up to the attorney. They can use their own financial advisor to help them allocate their investments, or they can use someone at the Newport Group. We actually provide model portfolios for the lawyers, and that's free of charge currently. And so the lawyer just tells us, if he wants to be conservative or aggressive or somewhere in between, then Newport would actually manage the portfolio for them for no additional cost. So Leif, tell us a little bit more about Jurisprudent and your experience and how you deliver your services. Sure. So Jurisprudent was co-founded by myself and my partners, 3 partners. Combined, we have about 100 years experience with tax-deferred comp, and we still have clients like Microsoft and Cisco and Bank of New York Mellon. And what we wanted to do when we created Jurisprudent was to design a program that would have the same type of protections, the same type of benefits, and the same level of transparency that corporate executives are enjoying with their deferred comp plans. And so we want to create, the market-leading program. And in delivering our solution, we want to work with only select a group of settlement planners, including forstructures.com. Well, I hope you found the information about deferred compensation to be valuable to you. It certainly is a viable option for plaintiff attorneys, either alone or in conjunction with traditional structured attorney fees. In future episodes, we'll be talking about some of the other options. If you'd like more information about attorney fee deferred compensation or structured attorney fees, please contact me at 888-325-8640. Thank you for watching. We've been talking settlement.